Baltimore's Chief Prosecutor Marilyn Mosby has received both praise and scorn after saying police undermined the Freddie Gray case.
As you can see, whether investigating, interrogating, testifying, cooperating, or even complying with the state, we've all bore witness to an inherent bias that is a direct result of when police themselves.
Head of the powerful Baltimore Police Union, Jean Ryan, accused State's Attorney Marilyn Mosby of having her own agenda in pursuing the cases until now.
We're pleased that the criminal charges against Officer Miller, Porter, Sergeant White have been dismissed. Justice has been done. The comments made today about our officers by Ms. Mosby were outrageous and uncalled for and simply not true. The detectives assigned to the case conducted a very thorough investigation into the tragic death of Freddie Gray, but the state's attorney could not accept the evidence that was presented. She had her own agenda.
The Baltimore activists and survivors of police brutality who gathered on Wednesday night had praise for Mosby, but said she could do more to prosecute other instances of police brutality. DeWanda Jones is the brother of Tyrone West, who was killed in police custody in 2013 and has held weekly vigils ever since demanding accountability for his death. Many credit Jones' protest to former State's Attorney Greg Bernstein for helping the election of Marilyn Mosby, the current prosecutor.
But at the end of the day, I still give her kudos for bringing these officer charges. And I give her kudos for being brave, standing up for them and calling them out and saying what they're doing. And now it's sad to say she can see from my side as a constituent, even though she's a prosecutor, but she can see the stuff that we go through. And she only seen a tad bit of what we go through just for fight for justice and being peaceful and trying to bring justice. She just only see the tad bit of what we go through, the constant threats, the harassment, the tires being slashed and all that stuff. To me, she needs to do a lot of work. At the end of the day, she needs to still, don't stop at Freddie Gray. Even though Freddie Gray is old, which is sad and it's horrible, but it didn't start at Freddie Gray and it totally shouldn't end at Freddie Gray. Meet with my family, see what new we have to have, and not just my family, Anthony Anderson family. Just keep on doing what you're doing. Keep fighting. If you're saying you're fighting for us, it's time to prove that you're fighting for it, because it don't stop at Freddie Gray.
Abdul Salam is a survivor of police brutality who was awarded $70,000 in a civil lawsuit for the beating he received at the hands of police after a 2013 traffic stop.
You know, you understand politically, I understand why the charges were dropped as far as the finances and not carrying on a fight that seems like a winless fight. At the same time, I think that we have crossed some unprecedented grounds as far as the indictments. So you never know what outcomes are going to be until you cross those roads, if you will. So at the same time, I ask the people to be courageous in our future fights when we come to these encounters, because we may not come away with wins, but we have to be ready to fight to the end.
For a long time, people in Baltimore have accused police of protecting each other, not protecting each other versus the community, versus standing up when other police have done wrong. Those are the same accusations made by the prosecutor against the officers involved in the case, including the lead investigator. Did that surprise you? And what do you think the consequences, the implications of that will be?
Well, one, I think that it shows the power of election, because we elected that state's attorney, Marilyn Mosby, in because we had an ineffective state's attorney before, I won't mention. With that being said, we can see that she's empowered by the community backing her. And it comes across in her language and the narrative in which the community is looking for, in that accountability in police not policing themselves. And I think we have someone from within the system, the judicial system and the criminal system, that's talking and bringing to light conversation that is also unprecedented.